and today I'll be reviewing the Samsung A20s. If you do end up enjoying this video, do hit the like button, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more notifications on my next video. So the A20s was launched back in September 24, 2019 as a step up from the A20. The A20s is still targeted at the budget smartphone level and is somewhat similar to the A20. It does have some step up specs which is better, and also some step down specs when compared to the A20. The aim of this video is to find out how the A20s holds up in 2021. Taking a look at the design, Samsung keeps up its plastic ways, and for once I actually like the design on the A20s. As you can notice, it is a fingerprint magnet, so I do recommend the case. But aside that, it has this sort of bluish reflection going on when light hits it, which is pretty cool. One of the stepped up specs would be the weight, as the A20s now weighs 183 grams, which is still decent, not too heavy when holding it. It does have a slightly higher dimension with 163.3 by 77.5, and as you may have noticed, it does get scratches easily, as the back is made from plastic as well as its frame. At the top, you get a single mic. Switching over to the sides, you get your SIM slot and your volume button, while over at the other side you get your power button, and below you get a single firing speaker, a Type-C port and a 3.5mm headphone jack. As for the SIM slot, you get two dual hybrid SIMs with a separate slot for your SD card. To the display, this is a pretty much big step down from the A20s when compared to the A20, as you get an IPS LCD display which is 6.5 inch with a screen to body ratio of 81.9%, with a resolution of 720 by 1560 pixels and a PPI density of 264. The bezels are decent for the phone when you consider the price it's being sold at. In terms of security, yet a rear mounted fingerprint, and as far as speed goes, it's pretty much decent. It ain't the fastest out there, but it does get the job done. 9 out of 10 tries I was able to access the phone, and of course you do have to consider as it is a budget entry smartphone. As far as performance goes, you can still get the A20s, as Samsung has one of the best OS out there. The settings menu for once is decent and neatly set up, and of course you do get night mode on the A20s if you prefer it over the bright setup. Another step up would be the chipset, as the A20s does get the Qualcomm Snapdragon 450 with Adreno 506, while the A20 does have the Exynos chipset. But no need to worry, as they both are 14nm chipsets. The A20s does get Android 9 Pie at first, as you do have the chance to upgrade it to Android 10. The A20s also comes with One UI 1.1, and you also get the chance to update it to One UI 2.0. Opening of apps is quite slow on the A20s, as it does struggle a lot when trying to open apps. I did find myself waiting for apps to open up quite often. With more software updates, it should be able to boost the speed up. I mean, this one is still on Android 9 and One UI 1.1, though, so it's expected to take time, but with some software updates it can only get better. Here are some more test runs on the phone and its RAM management. So the next stepped up spec from the A20 to the A20s would be the cameras, which is acceptable as you now get a 3-camera setup instead of 2. The A20s gets a 13-megapixel primary lens, an 8-megapixel ultra wide lens, and a new 5-megapixel depth lens with an LED flash. And as for your selfie camera, you get an 8-megapixel. Jumping into the camera app, you do get your pro mode for manual configuration, a live focus, a photo and a video. And in video you get a wide angle mode and the usual close-up shot mode, same as the photo, and you can adjust the blur in live focus. In the camera settings you get HDR. As for video, you can shoot at FHD and HD, and front camera you can shoot FHD and HD as well. You also get panorama on there, as you will be shooting all your videos at 30 frames per second. Here is how the front camera holds up. So in those shots, the picture is decent, it does lose sharpness and detailing, and it doesn't get any punchy color. When using the wide lens, it loses detailing and sharpness, and you notice the noise in this picture. As for live focus, it did well in handling the blurry background, well, no distortion along the edges, though detailing and sharpness is still lost. Switching to the selfie cam, the picture is decent, though it is still having a lot of noise in it, and detailing is not quite accurate. Now this picture is okay, the dynamic range is spot on. Here are some more shots on the A20s. The A20s still gets a 4000 mAh battery with a 15-watt fast charge. Day-to-day needs, it meets up for light usage. It can go a day before needing to charge. Having a good software optimization does means a good and longer battery life. And lest I forget, you can play games on the A20s, but at medium or low graphic settings, as the battery can hold up when gaming. So the A20s is a good buy in 2021 as long as you have updated to the current software to help boost your speed and performance, as well as a longer battery life. And considering the price it's at, it is a good phone to get. So that's pretty much it on this video. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.